Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some Prizepicks plays I like for today for NBA on Thursday, October the 20th. Now we do just have another 2-game slate today, so there's not going to be a ton of props to stand out, but I will say that at the time I'm making this video, Prizepicks does have almost their full board posted. I'm actually making this video on Thursday. I normally make all these videos the night before, but I wanted to wait and see if we could get some more props, just because I like to have more options to give out to you guys, and I want to give out what I feel are the best props. I don't want to force plays just because I'm trying to make a video. So now that we have kind of the full board posted for today, it was pretty easy to find a couple props I like. So we're actually going to give out 3 picks in this video. We're going to talk through these 3 picks. We're going to share why I like them. Just before we do get started, guys, as always, please hit that like button down below if you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. I do want to say that the content lately, or the Prizepicks content, has been doing really well on YouTube, and you guys have been showing a ton of love on the Prizepicks videos, man. Our video yesterday actually got over 7,000 views, which is just crazy. I don't know the last time I made a YouTube video and it got over 7,000 views. So I know we didn't cash our 2 picks yesterday, which was unfortunate. But if you did play that 2-pick injury, it should have at least gotten refunded, because we took the over on Miles Turner's, or we took the over on his rebounds, and he got DNP'd. He did not play. He got ruled out like 30 minutes before the game started. And then we took the over on Saddiq Bey's 3-pointers made. He shot 0 for 2 from 3. I literally thought, the reason I took that play was because I thought Saddiq Bey was going to have big-time volume from 3, averaged over 7 three-pointers attempted per game last season, which is what we talked about in yesterday's video. And of course, Saddiq Bey attempted literally 2 threes and shot 0 for 2. So that obviously did not get it done. But again, if you played that 2-pick entry, thankfully Miles Turner did not play, so we got the entry refunded. I did post another 2-pick entry, though, on YouTube. I don't know how many of you guys actually saw this. I posted it like 30 minutes before the game started. But this was another 2-pick entry that I did play, so I wanted to give you guys something else to play since that one got refunded. This entry, unfortunately, did not cash because we took the over on Clint Capella's fantasy score, and I think he finished with like 17 fantasy points. He did not play as many minutes as I thought he would. I thought he was going to get around 30 minutes, and I think he wound up playing like low to mid-20s. Also wasn't very productive in the minutes he was out there. Paired that with CJ McCollum's assist, which did hit. These were 2 picks that I gave out on Patreon yesterday. I gave out 5 total plays on Patreon. We went 4-1. Of course, the 1 pick that we did not hit was Capella's fantasy score. But I do provide a list of plays over on Patreon. Now, for today, I don't know if I have a list of plays just because it is a 2-game slate, and it's going to be tough to find a ton that stands out. But these were 5 picks I gave out on Patreon yesterday. Give a full write-up for each play. Zion's fantasy score hit. Capella's fantasy score, unfortunately, did not. But we did hit on Steven Adams' fantasy score, McCollum assist, and Terry Rozier points plus assists. Give a write-up for each play. Explain why I like the play. You can mix and match these plays on Patreon that I give out. You can run them as all as a 5-pick entry. I normally just play them all in a 5-pick entry. But yeah, guys, if you want to check out more Prizepicks plays from me, check out the Patreon link down below in the description. You get access to all my Prizepicks plays, all my DFS content, get access to our Discord chat as well. All that's available for just $20 per month if that is something that does interest you. I know our picks that we've been giving out on YouTube have not been doing that well, but I want to start hitting these YouTube picks, because I'm playing all these picks, the Patreon picks and the YouTube picks. I'm running them all, so I obviously want them all to do well. But before we do talk through the 3 picks for today, guys, again, like the video, subscribe. Also, if you have not signed up for Prizepicks yet, make sure to sign up with promo code NOAH. Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. But talking through the picks I like for this 2-game slate, we got a points prop that I like for today, and then we have 2 fantasy score props that I'm liking. Fantasy score is probably like my favorite stat to look at for Prizepicks. I think there's definitely a big edge with fantasy score. But starting off in the points prop, the first points prop that I'm going to be liking is going to be Grayson Allen. Going to be taking him to have more than 9.5 points here. And one of the reasons I really like this prop is that Chris Middleton is going to be out to start the season for the Bucks. Also, they are going to be missing Pat Connaughton as well, so no Chris Middleton, no Pat Connaughton, I think definitely secures the minutes for Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen should be starting here, and he should play probably 30 to 32 minutes if I had to guess. And he sees a big usage bump whenever Chris Middleton is off the floor. So obviously Chris Middleton is a pretty high usage player. He's a guy that will take a lot of shots when he's on the floor. Last season in 348 minutes with both Chris Middleton and Pat Connaughton off the floor, Grayson Allen saw his usage rate spike up 3% usage bump, which is one of the highest bumps on the team. I know whenever just Chris Middleton is off the floor, Grayson Allen gets one of the biggest usage bumps on the team, which is surprising. But sees a nice bump in usage, and per 36 points-wise, Grayson Allen did average, he averaged 18.4 points per 36. Now, Is Grayson Allen going to play 36 minutes? I don't think so, but he'll probably play low 30s. And I do have his game log pulled up for his last 10 games without Chris Middleton. These are the points scored for Grayson Allen, or last 11 games without Chris Middleton. 22 points, 19 points, 25 points, 15 points, 21 points, 18, 6, 25, 16, 10, and 21. So he has 10 plus points in 10 out of his last 11 games without Middleton. It just seems like whenever Middleton's not out there, that's always benefits Grayson Allen. He's able to get more open looks from three. He's a pretty efficient three-point shooter. He's a guy that can cut to the basket as well. I think his minutes are going to be secure without Pat Connaughton too. Pat Connaughton is a guy that can sometimes close over Grayson Allen. Sometimes they'll give Connaughton more minutes down the stretch instead of Grayson Allen. But now that Connaughton's not out there either, we should see good minutes for Grayson Allen here. He should definitely get some open looks, should get some shot attempts, and he's been really good in the games he's played without Middleton. So 9.5 points, 10 points. I think we can definitely get 10 points from Grayson Allen tonight. Do want to mention that right now on DraftKings Sportsbook, Grayson Allen points prop, it was actually it just got pulled off the board, but I saw it earlier. It was at 9.5 with minus 135 on the over, but it looks like it's off the board now. So that might mean they might be bumping his prop on DK, which could mean this might get bumped on Prizepicks soon. So want you guys to definitely get this one in shortly after I do. But let's talk through the next two plays I like for fantasy score. Going to be going down to Kawhi Leonard. So Kawhi Leonard, a little bit of a tricky situation here. We don't exactly know what kind of minutes we're going to get from Kawhi Leonard. This is obviously his first regular season game in over a year. But 36.5 definitely feels low for Kawhi. I'm assuming he's playing full minutes. I haven't seen any report of him being on a minutes limit. During the preseason, I think, obviously preseason's when you start to ramp up players, get them acclimated to playing big minutes. I know Kawhi wasn't playing massive minutes in the preseason, but I think he's going to be able to play close to normal minutes here. And 36.5 fantasy points is definitely doable for Kawhi if he even plays 30 minutes. So last season, or not last season, but 2 seasons ago with the Clippers, obviously Kawhi did not play last season. But when he was with the Clippers 2 years ago, we have a 3,600 minute sample. So Kawhi has played 3,600 minutes with the Clippers, 31.4% usage rate, 24% assist percentage, 11% rebound percentage. Per 36, he averages 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, and he averages 49.3 fantasy points per 36. So with Kawhi's rates that he had when he was on the Clippers 2 years ago, if he plays 36 minutes here, on average, he's scoring 49 fantasy points. Now, is Kawhi going to be the same productive player that he was 2 years ago? Well, I guess that's to be determined. But I'm still, even with that ACL injury, I still think we're going to get fully healthy Kawhi here. We know Kawhi is a super productive player when he gets minutes. He's a guy that can do everything. We know him and Paul George are going to dominate the usage on this Clippers team. 36.5 definitely feels too low. Even if there is some slight minutes restriction, I could still see Kawhi putting up 37, 38 fantasy points in 28, 30 minutes. It's a big-time game against the Lakers. It's a national TV game. It's the season opener for the Clippers. They want to win this game. Kawhi probably wants to be out there in the closing minutes. Unless we hear otherwise, which it's going to be too late anyway because I've already put this entry in. But if we hear that he's limited, it is what it is. But I haven't seen any reports of a minutes limit for Kawhi. Assuming he's full go, if he is, 36.5 fantasy points, I think is definitely too low for Kawhi, especially with the rates that he had 2 years ago when he was on the Clippers. 30+% usage, average nearly 50 fantasy points per 36. Like this one quite a bit. Also, Kawhi's a guy, he's a really good defender. He can get defensive stats. Do want to mention those defensive stats on Prizepicks, steals and blocks, they're worth 3 points each. So, that's even better for Kawhi. But then the third and final pick that I like to round out our 3 picks, going to be taking Patrick Beverley to have more than 20.5 fantasy points. So, Patrick Beverley obviously did start for the Lakers on Tuesday. I'm assuming he's going to be in the starting lineup moving forward. The Lakers might be a team that changes up their starting lineup from game to game, but I expect Beverley will be out there once again as a starter. And Beverley did score just over 25 fantasy points Tuesday against Golden State, 25.4 fantasy points. Do want to read off his final stat line. It was kind of a crazy stat line. I know he had a lot of defensive stats, but he was in massive foul trouble. So Patrick Beverley only played 25 minutes. He had 5 fouls in 25 minutes. He was on pace to play way more than 25 minutes had he not gotten into foul trouble last game. But he did have 3 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Now, is Patrick Beverley going to get 4 steals and 2 blocks every game? Obviously not. But is he gonna get more than 3 rebounds, 2 assists, or more than 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists? I would think he's probably going to do a little bit more offensively. But we know Beverley is one of these guys that just can do a little bit of everything. He can get you 6, 7 points, 5, 6 rebounds, 3, 4 assists. He can get those defensive stats. Defensive stats, again, they're 3 points each on Prizepicks. So Beverly, I mean, he scored what? He had 18 fantasy points from defensive stats alone last game. Is he going to get 18 fantasy points on defensive stats every game? Again, obviously not. But I think 20.5 fantasy points is this is a line that Beverly can exceed. I'm assuming he's going to be starting once again. It's against his old team, the Clippers. He probably wants to play well here. They're going to want his defense out there. I don't know if he'll be guarding Paul George or Kawhi, but he'll probably be on Reggie Jackson. He'll probably be guarding John Wall a little bit. Definitely some opportunity to get some steals there. As long as he can stay out of foul trouble, I think we're getting 30-plus minutes from Patrick Beverly. He's historically been close to a fantasy point per minute player, around 0.8, 0.9 fantasy points per minute. With the Lakers in those 24 minutes he played, I mean, he did average right around a fantasy point per minute. His usage was not super high, but he did average, let's see, per minute, 1.03 fantasy points per minute in the 24 minutes he played. Again, he's just a guy that does a little bit of everything when he's on the floor. He racks up defensive stats. He's going to play bigger minutes here as long as he stays out of foul trouble. I like this one as well, this fantasy score line. I think it definitely could be a few points higher. Hopefully Beverly stays out of foul trouble here, and if he does, I like his chances to get more than 20.5 fantasy points. So these are going to be the 3 picks that I'm rocking for this 2-game slate for Thursday, guys. Don't know if I'm going to be playing anything else. If I do decide to play any other picks, I will share those over on Patreon. But right now, this is probably all that I'm going to be playing on this short slate. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Best of luck if you are tailing these 3 picks. Appreciate you guys supporting all the Prizepicks content lately, man. Again, yesterday's video, over 7,000 views. Just absurd, man. Thank you guys so much for checking out the Prizepicks videos. Hopefully they have helped you. Make sure to hit that like button if you have enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And also, if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, use promo code NOAH. When you do sign up for Prizepicks, get your first deposit matched up to $100. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. Wish you the best of luck on the slate. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope we all win some money tonight. And, we'll see you in the next video, guys. Best of luck. Peace.